What's up, y'all? I got a question tonight, and when I started reading it, I was like, this feels like a what's up, y'all question. And so I'm going to read the question, and then I'm just going to share my thoughts. And I asked this person's permission first, so they know that I'm going to read their question, but I'm not going to name them in it. And so the question says, I've been mentally preparing myself to take a big dive and do something I've been afraid to do that may seriously come back to haunt me. Although I believe it's what is good, right, and will help people, but I may be sacrificing a lot of future growth, experiences, and potential if things go south or taken out of context. Any advice for a young POC who is faced with conflicting decisions between providing security to other POC at the risk of their own security and survival? And I think there are a couple of questions, I don't have any more information about this question than that. And so less than an answer, I have things that I think are important to consider. Because when I first read this, I was like, okay, sacrificing a lot of future growth and experiences and potential if things go south or are taken out of context. And what that makes me feel like is there's something risky about this. Now, I don't know if this choice is risky because it's, potentially danger, like it's potentially illegal. It could, I don't, there are not enough details. Here's what I am left thinking is, if you are taking a risk that is on the side of justice, that is one thing, right? Like if you're taking a risk and you're like, I'm taking a risk to challenge fucked up systems, to challenge, these systems of oppression, and the systems of oppression will not award me for doing this. Word. Do it. I'm a firm believer in, if it means I'm never going to get a corporate job, if it means, I could, there'll be certain kinds of places that won't hire me, if it means those kinds of things. And those are places where you acting on the side of justice would be keeping you from getting the job, then I would offer that that's probably not the place that is most aligned with your most authentic self. And so you're not actually missing a potential opportunity for growth, because if you are investing your time in places that don't allow you to be the most authentic and honest version of yourself, then you're spending time in places that are actually going to stifle your growth anyway. So if it's those kinds of things, I would say go for it, because other doors that are probably more aligned with who you are will open. If it is about martyring yourself, and martyring yourself, martyring yourself presumes that you put other people's well-being above your own. And I just don't actually believe that is, in the long term, the most useful strategy. So when I think about that, I think about, I think about people that we call martyrs for the cause. Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King, these people in history who we call martyrs for the cause, who died young and early, fighting for justice. And what I feel in those experiences is I would, in the long term, I would have much rather had, 50 more years. What could Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, let's say they had both lived long enough to maybe bridge their particular philosophical differences and then combined and created community. What might have happened then, right? But we don't know because they were martyred for the cause. And much of their work died when they died. Their philosophies live on, but the literal transformative things that they were doing, like Dr. King was getting ready to start the Poor People's Campaign. Cut short, right? So I say that to say that you are included in liberation. Young POC person who is considering this. And so if you do not see your work as including your liberation too, then I would offer you're not actually serving your community, because you too are a part of your community. So if you get everybody else to freedom, but you didn't go, then we didn't all get free. So, really be with your motives. Be with your motives. Be with your why. Is my concern about my survival about acquiescing to systems that I actually don't want to be aligned with anyway? Or am I planning to do something that puts me at harm while saving other people, as if the goal isn't for all of us to have less harm, including myself? So those are the things that I would offer for you to consider. Thanks for asking me. Word. All right, bye.